you guys tell us a little bit about your characters in this final season?
I would say season 4 is a continuation of the decisions that Brooklyn had made in season 3 and dealing with those decisions now that she's no longer on her own and is with her friends again, and seeing how the decisions she made could have impacted relationships.
With Darius, I feel like it's conflict is the first word that comes to mind always whenever I think about the season. Specifically, trying to navigate relationships. Not only with friends, but also when you have a love for somebody that's that may not be received in the same way you want it to, and still trying to navigate a relationship while feeling that. Not only because you do feel it, but also because it might be necessary at some times to have to go through that. So I definitely feel like Darius's relationship with Brooklyn is definitely one of the highlights in this season. But as we get into the latter halves of this season, there's also a lot of conflict with reliving very specific emotions that he hasn't felt in a really long time, and just trying to figure that out when everything's going awry, if that makes sense.
Are you really a dinosaur nerd in real life?
A little bit. This show has definitely made me into a bigger one for sure. For sure. I've heard so many dinosaur names that I didn't even know existed. Some of them made it into the show, some of them didn't, but there are a lot, and I've definitely been doing my fair share of research after I started this.
That was just a curiosity question. You went from social media influencer to like an investigator, right? What were your views on that as you were reading your lines and you're exploring more and more about how your character is changing into becoming a more active participant and kind of revealing?
Yeah, I think it really shows Brooklyn's growth as a person to want to explore a new path, and I think it gave her the opportunity to become more independent, because of the journey that we've seen from her so far. She has to tackle a lot and has to navigate a lot of different things, so that was really cool because just the growth in her finding individuality and independence and just believing in herself.
If you had to pick one episode to show someone who had never seen the series in order to get them into it, which one would you pick?
Oh.
Across the whole show?
Yeah.
Oof.
I can't think of an episode, but I can think of scenes that...
Yeah.
Like there's this scene where Brooklyn kind of tricks Ernest when she's Sydney, and she just lets these people get away, and then so she starts to be like, oh my gosh, I'm in pain, and then she is crying and stuff, and then she just jumps out of it I just think that's such a funny moment because she's just so clever and she's working it, trying to do her thing, and it was very fun to record, which is why it sticks out to me so much. That would be one. I don't know, there's so many.
There's a lot.
There's so many.
I think I kind of have to piggyback off of the memory of of the scenes is probably what gets me the most. In San Diego Comic-Con back in 2023, they previewed the first episode of the second season, and I think that's the one that sticks with me the most, that I feel like this is the one that I would want to see if I ever saw any episode of Chaos Theory at all, because not only did we get to see it on the big screen with an audience behind us, but at the same time it was really just seeing what the product was that had come out of so many people's hard work, and seeing just how great it was after so long of going back and recording and doing a bunch of different things in production and all that stuff. So yeah, I think season 2, episode 1.
Okay.
That was really special to like experience that. Yeah, I agree.
And it was like a core memory, like being there. So.
Yeah.
After recording as these characters for so many years, have you found that you identify with your character a lot more now?
I think so. Yeah, definitely. I've talked a lot today about the parallels between me and Darius, and a lot about what portraying him has meant to me over all of the years, not just with Chaos Theory, but also with Camp Cretaceous. I've been playing Darius for 8 years now, and so going from being a 12-year-old that have never really done voice acting that much before and only done on camera, to now being in the voice acting industry, doing loads of different small things here and there, some big things, but this being my main project. Darius is the character that's always stuck with me and has kind of shaped my has shaped my life path in a way. He's affected my mentality in a very positive light, and I don't think that's anything that I would ever take back in this world.
I think which was like similarities, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's some obvious similarities, being the limb difference, and also some of the experiences that she goes through, like the way people approach her and how she handles that. I also think she's very driven and does not let anything get her away from achieving what she wants to do. And I'm very much like that. So I'm very persistent. So yeah.
It's a good trait to have.
I think so.
You guys have done live action acting, voice acting. What do you pick?
I like both.
I like those.
I don't think I could pick one over the other. I would love to do both.
There's large fields. I mean, there are so many things you can do in each. I mean, I feel like I've done everything under the sun in little bits everywhere. I mean, I've done short films. I've done some dubbing. I've done like multi-camera. So it's like, I wouldn't say, I feel like the amount of things that you do in each are just so different that I feel like it wouldn't be easy to just do one. Right, yeah.
Thinking about your character, what's one lesson that we haven't seen before in the Jurassic franchise about like personal growth? I mean, we talked about growth, like identity, or just conspiracy. What is it? Like one big lesson that has contributed to the growth of Jurassic?
Yeah.
I would say decisions that you make can impact those around you.
Yeah.
I think that's a big learning lesson that everyone kind of learns, whether like it was a decision that they made that impacted or they were the person that was impacted. I think it's a lesson that we can take in life as well.
I see a lot of talking about like corporations, social emotions.
Yeah. I definitely feel like because it's a longer form of media, we're allowed to portray a lot of different things that you can't really fit into a 2-hour long movie. So we have multiple episodes to like construct multiple plot points, right? And so I think that a big part of it is definitely a mental what affects you mentally and what long-term effects that can have. Of course, you see it within the movies, but at the same time, I feel like there's an allowance that we have as a show that allows us to delve a little bit deeper into each character and see what has become of them, not just on screen but off screen as well. Especially with Brooklyn, for sure. With Yaz, Darius, you kind of get a little bit of it within each character in each season. But I definitely feel like just seeing how people can be affected, like what you said with certain actions and your actions and other people's actions towards you, but also the actions of people that you haven't even met. But yeah, really just that, and navigating that part of life when you may not even know what's happening to you.
It's time for one more question. Oh my god, I'm blanking on my question. Skip me.
Do you have a favorite dinosaur?
Ankylosaurus has been my answer since Camp Cretaceous season 1.
Okay, listen, don't judge me, but sometimes I struggle with the dinosaur names occasionally, but the Brachiosaurus is the one with a really long neck that is very cute when it chomps on food, and I just think it's adorable, and we used a photo for one of the previous seasons, and I just love that photo. It's so cute.
Thank you.